Hello everyone! Today I'll be teaching you how to make grills or removable tooth gem veneers at home for just a fraction of the cost. It is very beautiful and doesn't need any bond. It stays in your mouth through a suction force formed between your teeth and your saliva. No bond is needed. For those of you who have been watching my videos, you'll know that the first thing we need to do is to take an impression, so go ahead and practice fitting in the tray into your mouth. Then take the putty and mix it really well. Mix the putty really well for about 10 seconds, roll it into a ball and pat it in the tray like so. And then insert it in your mouth from one side, making sure that the tray is centered. Push the tray down fully such that it is fully seated into your mouth, capturing all areas of the teeth and the gums. Hold it in place for about 2 minutes, and once the putty is set, you can make sure by checking the outsides, giving it a little push. You can ensure that the putty is set by gently poking on the material from the outside. The material should bend, but it should not change its shape. Then gently remove the impression from your mouth by giving it a small pull, and there you have it, a replica model of your mouth. Going on to the next step, we need to cast the impression to make a model of your mouth. I've done this many times in the videos, so for those of you who have been watching me, you should know this step by now. Right, so you will be provided with 100 grams of dental stone powder, like shown in the video. And then over here, I'm just pouring about half of the packet. You don't have to use all of it, in case you need to make the mixture a bit thicker. Then add some water and mix really well. There will be lots of bubbles coming up, so make sure you pop all of them. I'm just adding a bit more material because I want my mixture to have a milkshake consistency. Once you've got the right consistency with very few bubbles, go ahead and pour the mixture onto your impression slowly. I cannot emphasize this next step enough, but please tap on the model so that your mixture flows into the small gaps and crevices of your impression. If you do not do that, you may end up with large air bubbles in the model. Now I am just building the model up in height, and once I'm happy with it, I'll leave it to set for 1 hour before demolding it. Your custard model should look exactly the same shape and size as your mouth. It's time to start making our veneer grills. So I'm just placing a thin layer of Vaseline all over the tooth where I want to build my grills or veneer on. Then I'm going to take the dental cement and scoop a tiny bit and place it on all surfaces of the tooth where I want my designs to be on. In this video, I'll be just making one veneer or one grills just for simplicity's sake. So you can use your fingers to pat the material down on the tooth surface and then use the tool to adapt the margins to fit the gum contour and the sides of the tooth. What you're trying to achieve in this stage is to ensure that the material is adapted to all the contours and shape of the tooth. By doing that, it creates the suction that you want, such that it holds the veneer grills in without using any bond. Once you've seated the material well, it's time to get creative. I've just placed a small bit of Vaseline on this small micro brush. So all you need to do is to really pick the gem up and pat it down nicely and gently into the composite cement. If you have done jewelry painting before, it is something similar. It's very easy and you can take as much time as you need because the material will not set until you use a UV light cure with it, which is also provided in the kit. I do apologize for my hair here, which is in the way. We do also have other Swarovski birthstones available in a variety of different colors: ruby, garnet, aquamarine, all 12 colors. You can also put gold-plated or actual pure gold gems on these materials as well if you want to make removable tooth gems instead of sticking them directly to your teeth. It is a more hygienic way of doing things, and it's also a much cheaper way and affordable way to make good grills without going through the hassle and expense of having someone else do it for you. I'm just patting down the gems to ensure that it's nicely seated, and that also removes excess Vaseline from the surfaces of the gems. And once I've done that, I'm going to use the UV bond provided in the kit to paint over the surfaces of the gems. So what this does is to protect the gems and give it a smooth finish and add some glossy shine to it as well. You want to do this for all the surfaces of the gems and the veneer as well, so front and back and the edge of the veneer. Once you have done that, go ahead and set the whole veneer grills with UV light with batteries provided for about 3 minutes on each surface as shown. Once the material has set, use the tool provided to gently push off the veneer grills from the back. Please do not use your fingers to remove it, as you might damage it by accident. If there's any unset material on the inside, you can remove it and then light cure the inside to make sure that every part has been fully set. And now here is the moment of truth. I am going to try the veneer on this tooth model where I created the impression from. It stays in place without any bond, without any saliva, because it fits so nicely. Because it is extremely well adapted to the tooth. I am just over here shaking the model to show you that it doesn't come off at all. And that just shows how well fitted it is. You can eat with this veneer or grills, but I would recommend not to in case it picks up stains from curry or turmeric, which heavily stains teeth anyway. But just to keep it clean, I would rather not eat with it, but you can if you want to. I hope you've enjoyed this video. The link will be in the description to my Etsy shop. Thank you so much for watching, guys.